Hi my friend, how are you? I hope very well. I have here the CT scan you sent me, okay? I opened the 3D CBCT image set, jaw, this group. I opened it here, okay? And now I will export it like a new sequence of daikon images, okay? I will do it going here in hierarchy, okay? I will click with the right mouse button and go to export to daikon, okay? So I will change this directory to other directory. I will put it in del, the delete, ct new, okay? Choose and export. It will wait a little, okay? It's done. Now I will close a slicer, exit discard modification, and I will open it again. Why I'm doing this? Because I have to see what value I have to put on the CT scan to reconstruct the bone. Okay, I will click here in DCM. I will delete it, delete, and now I will import the sequence I exported before. Here in del, the delete, CT new, scalar volume 7. Import a little until finish the importing process. Okay. Now I selected this group. No series description. Load. I will wait a little. Okay, it's done. Now, to see the value I have to use to reconstruct, I have to go in editor here. Okay, and here in here I will change to value 2 because it is bone. It's not needed. I like to do it because it's a default. And I will click here in threshold effect, and now I can see what the value I have to use to isolate only the bones. In the Blender, if we open in Blender, we will see that the default value is, let me see here, bone factor, you can read here, is 2000, okay? But if we put 2000 here, we have to put 2000, okay, more or less 2000, more or less 2000. You have a lot of noise in the reconstruction, so we have to change this value to a value more compatible with the bones, like this value, that is 580. Okay, now we can see in the slices that it's a good value, and here by side we can see. Okay, and the other value, so we have to record this value 580. Okay, the other value we will change here, that is more or less minus 3000. If we see in Blender, the value is already here, less minus 3000. So we only have to change here from 2000 to 5080. I will in really I have to open because I already imported the STL file you sent me, these two files, the upper arc and the lower arc. I will click here in other layer, and I will go to OrtogOnBlender, and I will change here to 580. That is the value we saw before. And here I will open but I have to open the CT new and scalar volume 7. That is the directory where I sent the files. Accept. And now I can convert the icon to 3D. Oh, okay, I saw the error. I have to open here and unselect relative path. Okay, now I can click and it will start to work with the reconstruction. It can delay a little because I have a lot of information. I will stop here, I will pause the video and I will come back when the process finish, okay? Well, my friend, the exported already done, and we can see here the two meshes. Why I'm talking two? Because here we have the soft tissue. I will click in M and put in other layer, and here we have the only the bone. Well, you can see that the bone is good. You have a good quality. You can use it to do an splint, okay? But like we talked before, I will align the two arcs for you. Before align, I will change here the color of this arc to do the work easier. I will create a new material. I will change the color to yellow. The lower arc, I will change the color to blue. Okay, so we have two different colors. And first of all, I will align the upper part, and we can put it in other layer. I will put in the layer in the neighbor layer here, and I will use the selection, the separate, entering in the edit mode. Press A to unselect all and put the cursor over the mesh, and press L to select the linked object, and press P to separate the selection. Okay, and now I can select only the lower part and put in the lower layer. We have a lot of information that we will not use here, and I can do the same thing, entering again on the edit mode, put the cursor over the mesh, and click again and press again in L, P, selection to separate. I have to I have to come back into the object mode. I will select the upper part, and really I don't need to select the upper part. I will select the other objects and put in the neighbor layer. So we have in the upper part this mesh, and the lower part this other mesh. I will align this part. I will activate the ambient occlusion, and I will change the value of a string from 1 to 7, so we can see better the details of the teeth. Now I will activate with Shift pressed the other layer, and now we have the teeth of the other layer here. Look, okay, so I have to select before the part that will be in the same size, and after the part will be aligned with the first part. Okay, so first I select the bone from the CT scan, and after the cast of the arc. I have to be careful because I can have to maximize it area. I have to unmaximize area. And now I will click on align. Oh, oops, I have to put in solid mode. Align by points. Now we have the two models here, the CT scan and the cast, and I can choose start to click on the compatible regions. For example, here and here, here and here, and other parts we can see that is compatible. Here and here. Let me see. Oh, it appears different. Okay, here and here, and in the other side, here and here, this part and this part, this and this. Okay, now we can hit enter and the teeth will be aligned. Okay, you can align better clicking on the align by ICP. Before to do it, I will save the file because the result could not be good. So I will do it and I will see closer to see better the result. We can see that the two parts, a mesh with less subdivision and a mesh with more subdivision. The mesh with less subdivision is the CT scan, and the mesh with more subdivision is from 3D scanner. So I will click here and I will stop the video a little, and I will again come back again to see the results. Well, I clicked sometimes and I saw that the CT scan have a mesh bigger than the mesh scanned by the scanner. Okay, so I think it is because the scanner have more resolution, right? And we can see here that's all aligned, is well aligned. It's sufficient to use in this project, in this work. Okay, now I will click on the lower part and the lower cast, and I will select first the part will be in the same place, shift, and after the object will be aligned. And now I can click align by points and do all again with the lower part. We can see here, okay, and we can click here and here. It's a little difficult for people that don't understand well odontology like me to see the same teeth. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I think more or less here and here. Okay, and here and here. I think it's right. Okay, and here and here, and the other side we can do the same thing, here and here, and let me see, I think maybe here and here, here, here. I think it's alright. Now I click enter and will be aligned, and I will do what we did before, but I will only stay the recorded follow because it's fast. And align by ICP, we have to stay a little, and we can see more or less in this part. You see that look, this part came more or less from our left. And I will click it again, closer, align by ICP, and look, all was aligned the better position possible, and we can see that the scanned laser scanner or light scanner scanned model is thin than the CT scan reconstruction. Okay, right, so we have the two models aligned, the upper part and the lower part. I will save it, and now I will create in OrtogOnBlender here, I will create an ellipse. Okay, this ellipse will be rotated here, and I will put it here. Here is good. Let me see the other side. Okay, I can S Z to put it with less a size. Oh, it's not good. Here, okay. Here, okay, perfect. Now what I will do, I will copy here to have a copy, and now I will do two things. The first thing is, let me see the size. Look, we have a great number of subdivisions. We have a lot of faces, almost 1 million, and I will decrease the value of this these faces. I think this value is good. The problem is this value. Maybe it late a little. So you can decrease the value. You can do it with decimate modifier, and you can decrease it to half, 0.5, and wait until it finish the solution. I use okay, already done. I will apply, and I will do the same thing with the lower object. I will attribute decimate, put half, wait a little, okay, you can see, apply, and like we already decreased the value of the better mesh, I will decrease the value here too. I will put the decimate here, half of the value. Okay, it's good. It keeps the structure, apply, and I will do the same thing in the upper object, the decimate 0.5. Wait a little until it finishes to be okay. It is already done, and I will apply. Ready. Now I will do an interesting thing. I will select this CT scan model. First I have to select the ellipse, shift the CT scan model, and I will delete in the in part, the part inside. So I click here, delete in, and I have to wait until, look, the part inside was deleted. I will do the same thing here. Select first the ellipse, and after the CT scan, delete in, wait a little until finish the calc. Now I will select the ellipse, shift the cast, scan it, and I will delete out. Look, And I will do the same thing. Select first the ellipse, shift, select the model, the cast model, and I will click in delete out again, and we have the model done. Look at it's so interesting to see. I will save it, and you can do other you can fix the problem of the hole with this command. You can to select the upper part, it's already selected. You can select the lower part and click Ctrl J. You will joint it in only one object. So you can attribute the remesh modifier. Remesh modifier. You can change here to smooth. You can change the scale to 1. It will be 0.990. You can deselect to remove disconnected pieces, and you can increase the value to 8. Okay, 8 is a good value, and you have the model with the whole closed. This can be printed, okay, but to start to work with the cut of the bone, you have to apply it to convert it into a mesh. Okay, my friend, you can do the same thing in the upper part. Ctrl J, and attribute. You can see do an interesting thing. You can to select the lower part, Ctrl L, and select the modifiers, and the lower modifiers will be transported to the upper part. You have the closed holes in the upper part too. If you think the resolution is not good, you can increase the value here to 9. I'm doing it now. It can late a little. Look, it's not so late. It's already. You can increase value until the quality you want. Okay, I hope I help you with this video. If you need something more, you can send me an email. Thank you for the attention, and a big hug from Brazil.